Today in PA is brought to you by Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania. Buy one window or door and get another at 40% off and $250 off your project too. That's at zero money down, zero payments, and zero interest for a year. Spooky good. Drop by renewalbyanderson.com for additional details. Offer ends at the end of the month. Penn State banned one of its researchers over unreliable data. Meanwhile, a school board and protesters clashed. The state DEP has reduced its permits backlog. Lastly, these cities have a lot of haunted hotels. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Penn State has indefinitely banned a biomedical engineer from conducting research after finding quote-unquote unreliable data in several of her scientific papers, a rare move for a university, reports the Philadelphia Inquirer. Deb Kelly's work was investigated after allegations arose that the data in this work appeared problematic. After a review was conducted by external experts, the problem was confirmed. This isn't the first time this podcast has reported on incorrect data in scientific journals. The scientific community has become more aware of the scope of this misconduct, and also more transparent about it, although outright fraud in science is also still rare. Penn State has alerted the journals Kelly's work was published in light of this investigation, as well as the federal agency that monitors research integrity. Kezia Ridgway, a teacher at Northeast High School in Philadelphia, was the subject of a complaint by the Jewish Federation of Greater Philadelphia after Jewish parents accused her of using her position to teach anti-Israel views, reports the Philadelphia Inquirer. Some say she threatened them using her personal social media accounts, even using a gun emoji at one point. Ridgway was eventually removed from her position, although protesters organized by Philadelphia Parents for Palestine who took over a board meeting last week are demanding her return. The board ended up removing themselves from the meeting, and a half hour later, reconvened behind a locked door where they voted on their entire agenda, although it was live streamed for the public to view. Now the debate is this. Was this locked door meeting legal on the board's part? Some experts say no, and that the Sunshine Act doesn't allow for a virtual-only meeting. Plus, it's a slippery slope as to whether the board will do this every time they don't like something that happens during these meetings. Others say yes. People do have First Amendment rights, of course, but they must practice them in a productive and meaningful way. The investigation into the allegations against Ridgway is ongoing. The State Department of Environmental Protection has reduced its pesky permit backlog, states the Times leader, by 67%, no less. This reduction is attributed to the hiring of additional staff and the cataloging and reviewing of nearly 800 available types of permits. In order to further this initiative, the department will also be launching the SPEED program, which will offer more flexibility in the application process. This, in turn, will allow for applicants to have a DEP-verified and qualified professional conduct the initial review of the application, with the DEP making its decision based on the qualified professional's recommendation. VO published a study recently about which U.S. cities are home to the most haunted hotels, starts PennLive. And while they didn't crack any top categories, Philadelphia did rank in 33rd overall, while Pittsburgh ranked 66th. Savannah, Georgia took home the gold. That wraps up today's episode. If you're looking for something a little bit spooky for this week, another Paranormal PA episode just went up this morning, so be sure to check it out. And with that, I'm Claudia Dimuro, and thank you for listening, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow for some more Today in PA. Today in PA is brought to you by Renewal by Anderson of Central Pennsylvania. Buy one window or door and get another at 40% off and $250 off your project too. That's at zero money down, zero payments, and zero interest for a year. Spooky good. Drop by renewalbyanderson.com for additional details. Offer ends at the end of the month.